Yes. What are the performance? You allocated these resources for so you always need to have first step. Sometimes they even impose themselves the discipline of a quoted company. If you do that,
Public Relations Division of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center. Promotion Center, Dr. Ishmael Yamson. Let me welcome all of you to this meeting. We had wonderful sentiments, and we thought that we should formalize this thing. This year we're going to have another one based on the outcome.
It's provided an executive summary of the report for Africa in general. But after the presentation, I'll crave your indulgence. I'll send out emails to all of you individually in which we'll provide a presentation we made which has specific findings, very interesting findings on Ghana, and hope that will convince. They came together under the auspices of you to achieve harmony and to achieve harmony with regional communities. And to build this common vision among government, we're also able to hopefully identify niches and investment opportunities. Now, what are the type of data that was collected? Basically, you'd see that it ranges from investor characteristics, performance measures, and impact indicators. A wide range of information. This gives the general help the GIPC in knowing whether their investment promotion efforts are effective, evaluation of the business environment, trade linkages comes out to allow both the GIPC and those who participate to make interactive queries, resulting hopefully in evidence-based policy advocacy and enhanced investment promotion agency. This is the distribution in terms of foreign. There's about 36% foreign services and manufacturing. Size in terms of 26 large, 55 small, and 9 of you. These are some of the sectors. You can see quite a number of sectors that participated in the survey. So once again, this is to help the investment promotion agency, which is going to use on its own as the other investment promotion agencies are doing. But we also have the message that we're in and hear the voice of the private sector. So evidence to do policy advocacy.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. Let me pick up my slides here. Okay, here we go. Okay, thank you very much. It's a real privilege and a pleasure to be here this morning and to be in the midst of the outstanding leadership in business and commercial activities in the country. I'd like to say that I've had a few questions about my age. And let me suffice it to say, I'll respond the way I normally respond to my dad. I'm a big girl now. So let me assure you that it's my goal to make your investing experience a positive one, to continue to sustain and build on the experiences that you've had that have made you members of Ghana Club 100. I'm sure the technical people will help me to get those slides up pretty quickly. But again, just to welcome you, may I also ask that the team at GIPC just stand and wave. I'd like to acknowledge the team that has made it possible for you all to be here today. If you join me in giving them a round of applause. Excellent work. Thank you, team. You're only really as good as the team that stands with you. So thank you very much for organizing this. It's great. First and foremost, I'd like to speak to the reason for this meeting. And thankfully, we've had some context from the UNIDO study. We're really you as members of Ghana Club 100. And I'll mention that even though we're referencing and focusing today primarily on Ghana Club 100, there are obviously different other categories and groups. I mean, you have multinational companies, there's a special group with the rural banks, there are several different sectors to address. So we're looking forward to opportunities to interact with you, further open the communication lines and ensure that we're able to track the experience you're having and make it more positive as you develop your business interests. Current positive international perceptions about Ghana, and the team's going to be working very closely in identifying targets and certainly engaging with those of you who bring multicultural experience as well as the local context in Ghana to play on that, so that as we're showcasing the positive experiences that you all are having, we have the opportunity to expand the scope and opportunity in terms of what Ghana is doing at a world-class level in the business community. These, of course, then result in the investments that we all are looking for in support of development. So these are really exciting times for us. From a very personal perspective, the approach is simple. There are three strategic outlooks that we're going to be focusing on. The first is in respect of image and how we project the right image of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center to our stakeholders. It's one of the reasons why we've asked you to wade through the traffic and be here this morning. It's important that you feel like we are the first point of contact as far as executing your business initiatives in the Ghanaian context. And so projecting the right image, making sure that you have the right experience, so that coming through GIPC then becomes the only route to having a really positive experience as far as investments is concerned. We have strong relationships with sister institutions that can support your business activities. We have investor services desks, and our investor services staff are going to be engaging more intensely with your offices just to ensure that everything is moving according to plan, and that if you do have any challenges, we can work with you to take those challenges and turn them into opportunities. Finally, and perhaps just as important for you, is the success. How do we direct our investments into tangible results? Results that mean something for you in terms of revenue generation, results that mean something for the larger Ghanaian community in terms of jobs, in terms of infrastructure, the tangible impact of the hard work that you and your teams of staff execute in your various areas of endeavor. These are the things that we want to be able to present not just to the international community, but also to the Ghanaian business community particularly. We're very excited about the opportunity to redefine what's happening in Ghana as the first and premier destination point for investments on this continent. So we're looking to these, and we're hoping that in our interactions today we'll have some feedback from you on how we can build on that, particularly through Ghana Club 100, as well as some of the other groupings that perhaps may not be here today, but will certainly be interacting with them. I won't dwell too much on this slide, but it's important again in reiterating this relationship to let you know what our focus is going to be. We're going to be particularly aggressive in respect of bringing in foreign direct investment, dollar investments, as well as looking at the perspective of the domestic investing community. And obviously, as I said, translating that into tangible results. Many indicators will obviously look at job creation as one of those critical factors for success. And so it's good that you know the direction that we're trying to go. This is our minimum. And I know, like all CEOs, this is the baseline. It doesn't mean that we won't ask for more. So we're looking forward to working very closely with you to exceed the expectations. And I'm very confident, given the quality of the audience here, that we can do that and more. A few other points of interest perhaps for you, that in terms of legislation, the GIPC Act is being reviewed, and it will be going through Parliament through the process to become a bill. We're very excited about the opportunity to revisit and revamp this legislation, which will help to inform our approach in terms of defining incentives, looking at ways in which we can enhance the experience that you have in making investment decisions. I referenced this in other terms, but in terms of advocacy and facilitation, again, just emphasizing that our stakeholders are at the heart of our ability to deliver these results. And so we're going to continue to look to you, encourage you to consider reinvesting options, and obviously looking at ways in which we can recognize and acknowledge those of you who continue to collaborate closely with us in order to achieve these results. At the end of the day, you end up being those who give the testimony. I don't want to sound like I'm in church, but that is the truth. You are inevitably the ones who will either say yay or nay to someone else who may be considering investing in Ghana. You're the ones who've had the experience on the ground in your different sectors, in your different contexts. And we're certainly looking forward to ensuring that we can build on and showcase the positives. And as I said, take those challenges and turn them into opportunities. So in terms of advocacy and facilitation, those are critical areas you should expect to hear from us. I'll quickly mention that there are a number of initiatives right off the bat that we're going to be reassessing and reworking to make the user experience an extremely positive one. You'll soon, in the coming months, be seeing changes to our website. That's going to allow you the opportunity to access information more efficiently and get access to us online. It's also going to be a route and an opportunity for exchange of ideas, so we're looking forward to making that experience particularly interactive for your teams of people who will be engaging with the GIPC. There are, as I said, a series of various other interactions, and we're looking forward also to keeping you informed about our trade mission activities as well, and hopefully integrating some of you into some of those interactions with the investing community, whether it's in country or outside of the country. We believe very much in the power and the strength of Ghana Club 100, and indeed the power of the business community in Ghana. So it's just a real privilege and a delight for me to have the opportunity to be here. I believe in this country more than anything else, and I'm absolutely confident of our ability as a business community to support development and what is required to make social circumstances beneficial to all Ghanaians as we enjoy the benefits of hard work and revenue generation that will allow us to be sustainable. So I'd like to thank very much the Honorable Minister, my board chairman, and
Thank you very much, Mrs. Dumont.
Honorable Minister, dear, first of all, I have this very young, agile, articulate young lady that when we meet, probably is going to be doubled. I know she can deliver more than that. But a strong base to talk about Ghanaian industrialization or Ghanaian entrepreneurship or Ghanaian businesses. So the effort, the attention of the center will also be directed at that direction. Indeed, the center has come under a lot of criticism in the past that we don't care about local entrepreneurs. Indeed, the truth of the matter is that most local entrepreneurs did not know or were not aware that there was a lot that they could gain from being part of the center's operations. So in the last 2 years, effort has been made to interact with local entrepreneurs to also explain to them what opportunities await them when they become part of the center. But let me also say that I think there is a lot more emphasis going to be placed on the private sector as opposed to the public sector. If you listen to the president in his first policy statement and in the last State of the Nation address, you could see a greater emphasis being placed on private sector as opposed to the public view, more liberty to operate in this country. So let us be prepared to take over those things that we can competently do, those things that we can take risks on. I have been around some time to realize that most private sector people come here and to many African countries, and they don't want to take risks. The first thing they ask for is sovereign guarantee. Now, if you have come to take risk and make profit, why are you asking for sovereign guarantee? But that is the benchmark. So let the private sector decide that we are all in this together. We are all taking the risk together, and we all share the benefits. The state alone doesn't take the risk for the private sector to take the benefit. So when we decide that, yes, indeed, we will give you all you need to be able to invest in this country, to operate here freely, to operate here securely, to make sure that your investments suffer no danger whatsoever, then you must also demonstrate a commitment from your end to be here and to be part of Ghana's future. Finally, let me make one point. I know one of the major issues facing the private sector is the issue of skills and skills development. Can we find the skills that we need for our businesses? Our new industries, and Ghana is entering many new sectors where the skills don't exist. You can go to the banking sector, you can go to the gas and oil, you can get to telecommunications, and there are skills that we can't find. So we will need the private sector to feed the center with the skills gaps that you have, the skills that you can't easily find in this country. The center will then bring this up to the attention of those who are developing skills for this country, the universities, the polytechnics, the policy makers, so that between the center, the private sector, and the institutions that are developing skills in this country, we can develop local skills. Otherwise, we invest, we create jobs, and those jobs don't go to Ghanaians. And then we sit back and complain. Let's work together, and that is the message I want to leave with you. Let's work together, identify those skills, whether they are here already or emerging skills that are not available or that we are not providing, so that we can together put our heads together and get the young lady there to take that on board so we can develop as the opportunities for many of our young and teeming school leavers who are all over the place, who say we have got university degrees, but who really are not totally relevant to the industrial requirements that are coming up now. So let me thank you for coming. A young boy was sitting in a pew in the church, and the priest.
We now have Honorable Rashid Bell to give us his address.
Thank you very much. Chamber of Commerce, who until recently was rubbing shoulders with me in Parliament, and indeed was providing very critical input in our oversight of finance and commerce, and then the Chamber of Mines and my good friends who are helping to push forward our frontiers of developments by your efforts. So it's part of my responsibility, but not the responsibility, So it's part of it. Thank you very much. As we are all aware, all over the world, private sector is crucial in pushing forward any nation's development. Ghana is not an exception. Ghana indeed is coming from behind, but we want to make it make a difference and in Africa and the world. The Nigerian Minister of Finance was here quite recently, and she said that often and often she hears Ghanaians and everybody saying Ghana is the gateway to the world, and to Africa. And so people come here often and often, but now they want to change they want to make a difference. They want to make Ghana the gateway and Nigeria the destination. I'm just repeating this to say that maybe we are not doing the right things to ensure that when we provide the gateway and you come in here, you don't go out of this place. It's a point given to us, it's an observation she made. It might be right or wrong, but it's telling us that we need to put on more efforts to create the necessary environment for you to come in here, for all businesses that are coming to Ghana, for those who are in Ghana and developing their businesses to stay here comfortably, to have the ease of doing business, to have the necessary efficiency and confidence in government, and to partner with government if needs be to ensure that you grow and we also grow. We want to share your risks. We want to ensure that you maximize your profits. We want to ensure that you grow bigger, and essentially, we want to ensure that the young people who are coming out of school are given enough challenge, to want to be like you, to set up their own businesses, to work with you, to provide them the needed skills so we can have a Ghana driven by the private sector. And from now on, we are going to work with you more closely, and we have located the private sector development in the hearts of the presidency, and the president is the chairman of the Private Sector Development Council. It's not for nothing this arrangement is made. It is to give you more leverage and give you the needed environment so that, to create the needed environment for you, so as you perform your duties as private sector leaders, you would be aware that you are with us and you would have no problem in this direction. So thank you very much, GIPC, for inviting me. This is my maiden appearance before this very august body, and I'm happy my office is open. I want to have more interaction with you. If there's the need for us to do any such meeting like this, why not? Let's have it. And want to make sure that Ghana is indeed a different country, where business is growing, where we liberalize the economy to the extent that you can come in, follow the laws, obey the laws, and pay your taxes, and be able to flourish and take your profits and keep it in Ghana or take it home if you want. We thank you very much, and I appreciate this meeting. Thanks so much.
Minister. As you all ladies and gentlemen, this will be a process, so if you kindly excuse us. Thank you.